are.
Yeah. Oh, you're streaming.
Yes. Yep. Like I said.
Okay. Let me open your thing.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Yep. Let me know if everything sounds good. Or maybe more importantly,
I'm
let me
gonna
know
meet
if
you in
things
Discord.
don't sound good.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet you in Discord real quick.
Alright, totally fine. I'll just be running in circles, talking, and making sounds so that you can understand where you're at with that.
Well, so far you sound pretty good, actually.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad I'm sounding clear after making some sound adjustments.
Yep.
Alright.
And I seem to be a little bit. I seem to be louder.
Okay. Do you seem overpoweringly loud or just kind of comparatively loud?
A little quieter than you, but I think that's probably a good area.
A little bit quieter than me is probably exactly where I want you to be. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. All right. Well, there's not a whole lot left to do in this game, for at least for this playthrough. So probably we'll do the Palace of Twilight, get the last pieces of hearts, and probably switch at that point. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going. To the Gerudo Desert Mirror Chamber. Alright. Now let's have this cutscene.
Hmm.
Zelda's not the Twilight Princess.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I do love how they like bait out the idea that Zelda's a Twilight Princess by having Midna call her a Twilight Princess the very first time you meet her, in a very mocking tone. And so when this reveal happens, it's like, oh, because like it kind of makes sense, but if you just bought into the red herring, it's not even on your mind. I love it. This game is so good at like a lot of the little subtle details.
I mean, this game in general is just a damn. It's just well crafted.
It's
Also, that was a non-standard smile there, Midna.
I mean, revenge is on her mind at that point. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For catching clever fish. Forget what you bring by. Forget what you try.
What a great use of the music that plays after you defeat a boss, by the way.
Yeah.
It's all these little things, man. God, Minna's character arc is like the best thing that ever happened in the Zelda franchise. Or at least among the best. Like, there's a reason why I was like in the earlier sections of the game, I was talking about how like Minna was acting very selfishly because she was. She didn't care about us, and then like that midpoint when you run into Zant after getting through the water temple, that's when the game completely changes. It also fucking hurts my heart. Anyways, let's go into the Twilight Realm.
Swim for the pure dawn. Fit with the slow view. Fit what you want, Bogwood. Bogwood for dawn and the game. Fit a pure ditch and met you. And you, I go to your dead end. To the full and engine. Like dip.
Very tall. But yeah, this place is so cool aesthetically. I love it very much.
It's just really cool. Then again, I'm also kind of a I'm weak for the aesthetic of like dark with glowy fucking cyan.
Yeah, well, I mean, this place is full of that stuff. And it's, yeah, I don't know if I'd really describe it as cyan, it's more of like a turquoise, but yeah. Yeah, everything about the Twilight aesthetically is so pleasing. Well, I don't know if pleasing is the right term, because it's kind of intentionally unsettling, but like it's it's very, very cool. There we go. The music here too.
A nice little offhand thing is like, unless they're speedrunning, you can kind of gauge how far into the game a person is based on how many hearts they have.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'm like right at the end, basically.
Get fucked, folks thing. Oh, never mind, it's a helmet thing.
Yeah.
When light came through, the few bestowed through, my pure bow and two.
It's actually
Kick his
easy to
ass.
see with census on. But yeah, I think this might be my favorite dungeon
Whoever
simply
cried the world
because
in Twilight,
yeah, I think this might be my
your
favorite.
mom's a hoe.
Okay. Anyways, I think this is my favorite dungeon just because of like how just everything we just mentioned about like the aesthetics of the Twilight, and just the overall theming. I mean, it's part of what makes this game so great. Also, I have the compass before the map. Did I like miss the map? or is the map?
Twilight Princess specifically.
Let me look that up. It might be
I'm
Aonuma,
doing that right now.
but Twilight Princess game director. Yeah, it was Aonuma. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Aonuma is basically like the Zelda guy. Because he's done. I think basically like after, because I think he was in charge of Majora's Mask, and after that they were like, okay, yeah, you're in charge of Zelda forever. I believe that's what it was.
Well, Anuma, this shit right here is.
Let's see, list of games. Yeah,
Cream.
so yeah, let me just pull this over and show you the list of games here on the Nintendo Wiki. So I did all of this stuff, you know, back in the so Ocarina of
Shadows of the
Time.
Empire.
Yeah, so Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker. So he was game system director for the Ocarina games. And then he was director for Wind Waker, and he was also he was producer on Four Swords Adventure, supervisor on Minish Cap, director for this game, producer for Hourglass, producer for Crossbow, the greatest game. Honestly, it's actually kind of fun.
Crossbow trading.
It's honestly actually kind of fun, but it's definitely a game you play like once in like, you know, like 3 hours and then you're done
I
forever.
remember seeing gameplay. I was like, "Holy crap! They actually put some effort into it."
And they did actually, like, so like it's actually a decent game, but it's also like, you know, it's just like a little like gimmicky game. But like, hey, if you get it for like, you know, for like $5 or less, like that's totally fine. And then yeah, Spirit.
It became bundled with the Zapper.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I feel like most of the cost might actually just be the equipment, not the actual game. Anyways, then he was producer.
Probably.
Yeah, he was producer on Spirit Tracks, producer on Ocarina of Time 3D, producer on the Anniversary Edition of Swords of Adventure, producer on Skyward Sword, producer on Wind Waker HD, producer on Link Between Worlds, franchise supervisor on Hyrule Warriors, producer on Majora's Mask 3D, producer on Triforce Heroes, franchise supervisor for Hyrule Warriors Legends.